flyttet fra Kolding og så deroppe på grund af arbejde. Så har vi noteret måske.
Players, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third step, the quarterfinals, the Masters event and the European Men Championships 2015. Later today, we will have the semifinals and finals at the same area where all the other semifinals and finals have been played. 17-18, 21-22 for the semis, 19-20 for the final. In the meanwhile, we will have 10 minutes practice. Please stop practicing. We have 4 quarterfinals. The first is played on lane 3 and 4 between Oscar Palermo, Finland, and Marcus Jansson from Sweden. Second on lane 7-8 between Chris Sloan, Ireland, Martin Larsen, Sweden. On lane 11-12, Tore Torkelsen, Norway, Jesper Abo, Denmark. Finally, on lane 15-16, the old Danish fair, Frederik Nørgaard, Mixed Dampe. We're ready to begin. Good luck to you.
Good afternoon, Europe, and welcome to this final day of the Men's European Championship from Løvang Bowling Center, Aalborg. We are quarterfinals, and on channel 1 we have lane 3, 4, 7, 8, and on channel 2 we have 11, 12, 15, 16. When we reach the semifinals, we will play 17, 18, and 22, and the final will be on lane 19, 20. The broadcast will only be on channel 1. All of the broadcast is today in high definition. And on the bottom of the screen, you can choose the settings and choose 720 pixels, which is high definition, so you get the picture quality. The quarterfinals will be decided best out of 3 matches. Every game has to be decided. If 2 players are even after playing the game, there will be a roll-off, 1 shot. Highest score will proceed next step or win the game. If players are even the first, there will be a second roll-off, and we will continue until the game has been decided. There can be no draw. My name is Kasmir Claus Pomikala, and I'll be commentating in the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final. Let's hope we're going to see some high scores as we did before today, and I hope we'll be seeing some great bowling and some close matches. Enjoy. And in the quarterfinals, we have 1 Irish, we have 2 Swedes, we have 1 Finn, 1 Norwegian, and 3 Danes. The 2 of the Danes are playing each other on lane 15, 16, and the last remaining Dane is playing on lane 11 and 12. which both are broadcasted on channel 2. On lane 3 and 4, we have Osku from Finland playing against Markus Jensen from Sweden. On lane 7 and 8, we have Chris Sloan from Ireland playing Martin Larsen from Sweden. On lane 11 and 12, we have Thor Thorsen from Norway playing against Jesper Agerbo from Denmark. And on 15-16, we have Mick Stampe from Denmark playing against Frederik Ørgaard from Denmark. Looks like it's 15-16 where the most action is. Mick started with a double and a spare. Frederik started out with a spare and has now a double. Players on 11-12, Thor Thorsen and Jesper Agerbo, struggling a bit. Thor started with 2 opens, a spare and a strike. Jesper started out 3 spares and a strike. So through 3 frames, Jesper is in the lead by 17 pins. On lanes 7 and 8, channel 1, Chris has started out with a spare and a double. And Martin started with a spare and a strike and a spare. Chris just converted his 4th shot to a strike, so he's now having a triple. Is in the lead by approximately 20 pins. On lane 3 and 4, we are also through 4 frames. We have Markus, who has made a spare, a strike, and 2 spares. Osku has made a spare, a strike, a spare, and just had a solid 10 pin. Needs a spare and will be in front with 2 pins after 3 frames. Both players had a 9 spare, and Jesper is still in the lead by 17 pins. On lane 3 and 4, Osku and Markus are even. Osku leads by 1 pin. Both have a spare in the 5th frame. Both Chris and Martin got a spare in the 5th frame, and Chris is leading by 19 pins so far. Back on lane 15-16. Mike Stumber has a strike in the 6th frame, 108 total in the 5th frame. Ferg is working on a spare. Is currently trailing by 16. Flag left the 2-4-8. That was an open frame for Ferg. Mick has a strike to build on. Mick will be in the lead by approximately 25 pins. On lane 11-12, Tor's gotten double. Jesper has 9, left the 2-pin. Jesper can spare and strike out for 2-10. Tor has the opportunity to strike out for 2-16. Tor does need a strike now. First shot in 10th frame to catch up to Jesper. He did convert his first shot to a strike. So now Tor has a triple. Jesper needs to strike. He does. Tor needs a strike and 5 pins to secure the game. Got his strike. Needs 5 pins. Tor Thorsen from Norway secures the first game, 2-16 against 209. Jesper. Makes Stambe on lane 15-16. It's got a triple, 6 through 8. Frederik has the possibility to strike out for 201. Mick needs approximately 6 pins, I guess. Another strike in the 9th frame. That's the game on lane 15-16. Mick Stambe will get the first game. We'll be leading 1 game to nothing. On lane 7 and 8, we have Chris in the lead by 17 pins. Both players has spare in the 9th frame. Chris will need a strike and 3 pins to secure the game. 4 pins, sorry. Martin has the possibility to strike out for 208. Chris has the possibility to strike out for 225. On lane 3 and 4. Oscar has taken the lead by 11 pins through 8 frames. I made a huge split, 2-8-10 in the 10th frame. And Marcus has a strike in the 9th and the first shot in the 10th frame. Needs at least 9. Another strike for Marcus, and that secures him the game, probably. And that, if Oscar it's the split, we'll get a 192. Oscar finishes up at 178. Marcus already got 191 and 1 shot left. Another strike. So Marcus secured the first game, 201, 178. Chris did strike out for 225. And Martin got a strike, a 7 split. Again, a 2-8-10. And we'll probably finish in the high 190s. $195. So Chris will take the first game. 225, 195. On lane 11-12, channel 2. Tor has started out with a spare and a double and an open frame. And Jesper started out with a spare and an open frame and now has a double. Strike in frame 3 and 4. Sub pin for Jesper. Jesper will be in the lead by 1 pin through 4 frames. Back on lane 11-12. Unusual miss by Tor. Missed 10 pin. And is now trailing by 4 pins. If Jesper can convert his next shot to a strike. on lane 3 and 4. Started with a triple and a 9 spare, and Marcus has 3 spares and a double, strike in the 4th and 5th frame. And Oscar will be in the lead by approximately 10 pins through 4 frames. Eleven, 12. Jesper still in the lead. Only has got 2 pins. Both players have a spare in the 8th frame. On lane 15, 16. The guys are struggling a bit. Mick started with a strike and an open, a strike and a spare. Fredrik started out with a strike, an open, a spare, and now has the 4-9 split. So probably another open frame. Jesper converted his 9th frame to a strike. Tor got a 9 spare, so Jesper really has the possibility to put some pressure on Tor. Tor can strike out for 201. Jesper can strike out for 214. Jesper got a strike in his first shot and needs 9. Solid 10 pin for Jesper, but it's enough to secure the game. 202 minimum, and Tor has possibility to strike out for 201. So that's going to be a tie game, 1-all. On lane 7 and 8, Chris has started out with 4 spares and a strike. And Martin started out with a strike, 2 spares, an open frame and a spare. So through 4 frames, Chris is in the lead by 12 points. On lane 3 and 4, Oscar has 154 in the 7th frame and a strike in the 8th. Marcus has 111 in the and is building on a double. Marcus really needs to get another strike. Otherwise, it looks difficult to get this game. Solid 10 pin. So through 7 frames, Oscar is in the lead by 14 pins, and another slight advantage that he has a strike in the 8th. When the quarterfinals are finished, the broadcast will end. I have to move all the cameras from lanes 3 through 16 till 17 to 22. Maybe it will delay the broadcast a bit, so we might not see all of the warm-up, but we are working as fast and as hard as we can, and we shouldn't miss any of the play. Maybe a little bit of the warm-up. Lane 15, 16. Frag is really struggling. 3 open frames, a strike in the 6th frame and a 9 in the 7th. Mick has 1 open frame, has a strike in the 5th and the 6th frame. So through 5 frames, Mick is in the lead by approximately 40 pins. And Oscar will win the second game. And this game will also be tied. Oscar at the moment has 2. Marcus 100. Oscar has the possibility to strike out for 224. No doubt the game is Oscar's. So 1-all on lane 3 and 4. On lane 11 and 12, both guys started out strong. Tor started out with a triple. Jesper started out with a double and a 9 spare. Tor got a bit wide and left the 248. Still in the lead by 8 pins through 2 frames. On lanes 7 and 8, Chris is struggling a bit, as well as Martin. Chris has 2 open frames, Martin has 1. Martin needs to convert 3-6 spare. Will be in the lead by approximately 10 pins. He did. So through 8 frames, Martin is in the lead by approximately 10 pins. On lane 15-16, Frederik has the possibility to strike out for 193. Mick will get just above 200. Made a huge split in the 10th frame. It doesn't seem to matter. So the match on lane 15-16 will end 2 games to nothing for mixed double. And mixed double is through to the semifinals. And Mick, who is the lowest seed, will take on the highest seed from the remaining players. Chris Sloan got 2 open frames in 8th and 9th frame, so Martin is going to get frame number 2, and the match is back to even, 1-1. Back to lane 11 and 12. There's really some action. Tor started out with a triple, 7 spare and a double. Jesper started out with a double, 9 spare and a triple. And got another strike. 4-bagger through 7 frames. Tor needs a strike to keep up. Both players look really solid. Tor makes a strike. Has triple. And through 7 frames. Jesper is in the lead by 2 pins. Channel 2, lane 11-12. Jesper Abo, Denmark, and Thor Thorsen, Norway. If you want to watch a really good bowling game, could get really exciting. Ooh. Bit high, leaves the 4 pin for Jesper. Now Thor has the possibility to take the lead. A strike and he will be in front with approximately 10 pins. Ooh, also leaves the 7 pin. Solid spare for Jesper. And through 8 frames, Jesper will be in the lead by 2 pins if Thor makes his spare. He does. On lane 7-8, Martin leaves the 10th frame open. Chris made a 9. And another open frame. 144, 164. All even, 1 all. Back to lane 11-12. Jesper leaves the 2-8. Bit wide. Thor gets a strike in the 9th frame. Jesper converts a spare. The 8th frame, both players have 196. Thor has a slight advantage, has a strike to build on in the 9th frame. Striking out for 256. Jesper can strike out for 246. Gets his strike on the first shot on the 10th frame, Thor. 1 more and 1 pin will give him the match. Jesper needs at least 2 strikes. Nope. Leaves the 6 pin. Another strike for Thor seals the deal. Thor can strike out for 256. Jesper with a strike 235, but Thor is through to the semifinal. On lane 3 and 4, we have Oscar and Marcus. Oscar started with a spare, strike, and a 9. And Marcus has a spare and a strike, spare, and a double. So through 6 frames, Marcus is in front by approximately 10 pins.